If you like a girl and you're afraid of losing her, then congratulations, you're on track to lose her. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. In a perfect world, you'd meet a girl who loves you, you love her, and you both stay happy together forever. But the world we live in doesn't work like that. Sometimes, the only way to make a girl attached to you more deeply is by letting her feel that she could lose you. That little fear is what sparks her desire to hold on tighter. So how do you do that? And what really happens when you pull back and she starts to feel it? That's what I'm going to break down for you today. When should you use this strategy? First things first, timing matters. There's a lot of nonsense online saying you should always make a girl feel like she's losing you so she'll start loving you. Forget that, that's garbage advice. If you try to pull this move on the very first day you meet her, you'll blow it. Why? Because she doesn't even know you yet. You can't lose something you never had. The right time to apply this is when her behavior starts shifting, when she begins acting cold or distant. One day she's excited to talk to you, and the next she disappears. She calls and texts you non-stop for a while, then suddenly she goes quiet. That inconsistency leaves you confused, wondering if she actually likes you or if she's just playing around. This stage is what I call the gray area. It's that middle ground where she doesn't fully accept you, but she doesn't reject you either. It's a frustrating place to be in, but it's also your opportunity. If you know how to handle the gray zone, it can be your greatest weapon in attraction. The free zones. From my experience, this gray zone has 3 different layers. The white zone, the gray zone, the black zone. Each one requires a different way of making her feel she could lose you. If you don't know how to handle each, you'll either chase her away or kill the attraction completely. So let's start with the white zone. The white zone. I call it the white zone because even though she might look uninterested, deep down she is attracted to you. She wants you, but she's playing a game. Here's what you need to understand. For many women, uncertainty is part of love. They don't crave a perfectly steady, predictable connection the way most men do. They crave emotional ups and downs. They want doubt, curiosity, and a little bit of chaos. She wants to wonder, will he text me or not? What happens if I ignore him? Will he get jealous? Will he pull back? That questioning keeps her emotionally hooked. You, as a man, prefer clear and steady communication. You text, she replies. You call, she answers. That's how you see loyalty and interest. But for her, love is tied to fluctuation, coldness followed by warmth, mystery followed by reassurance. So when she grows cold, the real test isn't her behavior. The real test is yours. Will you panic and chase? Or will you stay calm, as if nothing's wrong? Because when you stay calm, she starts asking herself, why isn't he reacting? Does he have other girls? Is he used to this? Why does he seem so unbothered? That curiosity fuels her attraction. The mistake most guys make is the opposite. The moment she pulls back, they start flooding her with messages, chasing her, showering her with reassurance. But that doesn't create mystery, it gives her confirmation. It tells her she still has full control over your emotions, and once she knows that, the attraction dies. The secret is in emotional independence. Emotional independence. Emotional independence means your state of mind is never dictated by her actions. Whether she's talking to you non-stop or ignoring you completely, you remain steady. You're in control of your emotions, not her. Women are naturally emotional and reactive. What makes them feel safe is a man who isn't easily shaken. When she suddenly pulls away, it's almost always a test of your strength. She wants to see if you'll crumble. If you stay grounded, living your life, focusing on your goals, keeping your energy calm, she realizes you're solid. She feels your independence. That's when her attraction spikes again, because now you're not just another guy who reacts to every mood swing. Let me give you an example. Say you make plans with her, but she doesn't show up. Most guys would either blow up in anger or start texting like crazy. Both reactions show weakness. The right move? Don't get mad, but don't reward her either. Maybe send one neutral message, then pull back. No drama, no validation, no chasing. This balance communicates strength. You're calm and respectful, but you're not rewarding bad behavior with attention. She'll start asking herself why you didn't react the way she expected. And that mystery, that's what pulls her closer again. This is how you win in the white zone, by showing her, without words, that you're not attached and that losing you is always a possibility. The gray zone. Now let's move into the actual gray zone, the middle stage where attraction is weak and she's not really showing strong interest in a relationship with you. This is the most confusing stage for guys, because it feels like she's half in, half out. She's not rejecting you, but she's not chasing you either. She'll reply sometimes, but slowly. She'll agree to hang out, but cancel often. She's lukewarm. And if you keep investing heavily here, giving compliments, chasing, validating, you only push her further away. So what do? You have to make her feel she's lost you, but in an indirect, subtle way. Not by being rude or cutting her off completely, but by flipping the dynamic. And the best way to do that is with a technique I call the magic F word. The magic F word. Now don't get nervous, it's not the bad word you're thinking of. The magic word is friend. Next time you're flirting or spending time with a girl who's keeping you in that gray zone, start calling her friend. If she compliments you, say, "Thanks, you're such a good friend." If you're at a party, walk up and say, "Hey, best friend, what are you up to?" It's simple, it's harmless, it's even polite, but it messes with her psychology in a huge way. Why? Because attractive women aren't used to being put in the friend box by men. Usually, they're the ones deciding who goes in the friend zone. But when you flip that on her, it rattles her confidence and sets you apart from all the other guys chasing her. She starts wondering, wait, why is he calling me a friend? Is he not interested? Am I not attractive enough for him? That curiosity makes her reinvest. Suddenly, she wants to prove she's more than just a friend to you. She starts chasing, even if just to regain her sense of power. And here's the genius of this strategy, it's rejection proof. You're not insulting her, you're not being rude, you're not cutting her off. You're just using a word that flips the dynamic in your favor. It's subtle, but it works like magic. Why it works? At the heart of attraction is challenge. Women are used to men trying hard to impress them, to earn their validation. When you call her friend, you take away her assumed position of power and put her on the defensive in a playful way. Suddenly, you are the challenge. You are the one she needs to impress. And this is what makes her start chasing. Now, the magic F word isn't something you use forever. It's a tool for when she's being lukewarm, when she's stringing you along without fully investing. It forces her hand. Either she starts showing real interest, or she fades away completely. Either way, you stop wasting your time in limbo. This is how you handle the gray zone. You don't beg for clarity. You don't force a conversation about what are we. You shift the energy so she feels that you're the one putting her in the friend box. It's indirect. It's playful. But it works. Setting boundaries without drama. Here's the key though, don't just rely on words. Your actions need to back this up. That means you don't keep rewarding half-hearted effort with full attention. If she cancels plans, you don't chase. If she takes days to reply, you take your time too. If she flirts but never follows through, you pull back. It's not about being cold or mean. It's about showing, through your behavior, that you're not desperate to win her over. You're not hanging on her every word. She's in the friend category until she earns her way out. That's how you flip the power dynamic in the gray zone, the black zone. Now we've reached the final stage, what I call the black zone. This is the point where you're almost certain she's thinking about leaving you. Her interest is gone, her energy is gone, and you can feel it. She stops returning your calls. She avoids meeting up. The kisses, the affection, all of that disappears. When you get here, most guys panic. They either beg her to stay, or they ignore the signs and hang on until she officially dumps them. That's the worst move you can make. Instead, when you sense the black zone, you need to flip the script completely and show her that she's already lost you. How to handle the black zone. The way you do this isn't by blowing up, accusing her, or begging for attention. It's by taking control of the ending. Instead of waiting for her to leave, you set the tone. You might say something like, "Emma, something hasn't felt right between us these past few days. I think I need some space to rethink all this." Notice how that lands. It's not angry. It's not needy. But it sends a shockwave because she wasn't expecting you to be the one pulling away. And something very interesting happens here. The moment she feels you slipping away, her attraction spikes again. Suddenly, she feels rejected. Suddenly, she starts questioning everything. Because attraction isn't just about gaining something, it's also about the fear of losing it. And when you're the one who steps back first, she feels that loss instantly. Don't be surprised if she starts chasing again, reaching out more, trying to prove her interest. Why this works? Psychology is simple here. People value what they're about to lose more than what they already have. She may have taken you for granted when you were always there, but the moment you pull away with composure and strength, you become scarce. And scarcity creates value. This is the exact opposite of what most guys do. They cling, they beg, they wait for her to deliver the final words. But when you calmly step back first, you reset the dynamic, and you remind her that your presence is not guaranteed. The core principle, Everything we've talked about across the white, grey, and black zones comes back to one principle. You must never let your emotions be controlled by her behavior. When she goes cold in the white zone, you stay calm and create mystery. When she's lukewarm in the grey zone, you flip the script with the magic F word and stop rewarding half-hearted effort. And when you sense the black zone, you don't wait to be dumped, you step back first, creating the shock of loss that reignites attraction. The common thread? Emotional independence. You're steady, you're grounded. You're not ruled by anyone else's moods or actions. That's real strength. And that's what makes women respect you, desire you, and stay attached to you. The final word. Look, love in the real world isn't just about sweet words and perfect moments. It's also about timing, tension, and understanding human psychology. If you want to keep a woman's attraction alive, you need to know when to step forward and when to step back. You need to be willing to create space, to let her feel the weight of losing you, without anger, without drama, without fear. Because at the end of the day, the man who controls his emotions controls the relationship. So remember, don't chase, don't panic, don't beg. Stay calm, stay solid, and let her feel in her heart that losing you is always possible. That's when she'll fight to keep you. And if you're still here with me at this point, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you, brother. You're not like most men. You're willing to do the hard work, to grow, to understand. This was The Mind, and I'll see you in the next video.